And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations, bringing the best content for the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake, and I'm a real-world flight dispatcher. I'm going to bring you a little more context to your flight sim viewing experience. And today we're taking a first look, at least for me. I don't know about everybody else. I know the scenery's been out for a little while. It's been on some of the YouTube channels for a little bit longer as well. But for me, this is the first time actually looking at this thing. But first look at the Springfield, Missouri. Ooh, hey, there we go. Springfield, Missouri scenery. And I tell you what, I really like those blue and green windows. That looks pretty cool, and I feel like they modeled that very well in the sim. I mean, I've never flown into this airport in real life. I've flown, or I've driven by it, but I have not flown into it. Sorry guys, just checking some hits on my camera. Who's this? Somebody wanted to come to my door and sell me something, but I have a no solicitation sign, and as you can see, he turned around and leaves because he saw it, which I appreciate that. Not everybody respects the sign, but anyways, but yeah, we are checking out Springfield, Missouri, and this kind of fits into that category of cool little regional airports. If you like flying some of the regional type stuff, this would be a great airport for you. I like to mix it up and fly a little CRJ, a little ERJ from time to time, and every now and then mix it up with a little retro operation, that being the Maddog, which is what we're going to be flying today. We'll be flying the Delta MD-88 to over to Atlanta. And then from there, the plan is to continue on to Pensacola. And if we have time, have another little stream I want to do afterwards to showcase some more scenery, but quite different to what we're used to here on with airport sceneries. And that sort of scenery is also the type of scenery that you yourself would be able to contact the developer and request, and if you're willing to shell out a couple bucks, you can get it prioritized and into your sim pretty quick. So if we have enough time, we'll do that, and I'll shed a little more light on what I'm talking about, as I'm being a bit vague on purpose. But anyways, first impressions of the airport is I think it's really nice. Obviously we already talked about the windows. I think the windows over the terminal look really good. Ground clutter over here on the cargo ramp looks really nice. The ground textures look nice whenever the drone camera's not too far away. As we all know, when you get just slightly far away, all the ground textures start getting blurred out. But everything looks really nice. You got this nice perimeter fence, which is kind of an odd thing to highlight, but when there's not a fence, I notice it. Nice custom buildings. When I was getting a screenshot for the thumbnail, I wanted to make sure that my sound still working, my Maddog, so I taxied out. And while I was taxiing, one of the things that I noticed was just how nice the taxiways looked. Everything, all the ground textures looked very crisp, very clear. But there's enough weathering too to kind of, mimic a taxiway that's being taxied on by heavy airplanes. I think it's a super nice airport. Love how well the interior of the airport was modeled, as we saw in the intro. We'll kind of run back over real quick. Let's take a look at the textures on the runway. Oh, nice. Got some weathering. Let's when we get towards the touchdown point, does that weathering increase? Now, I would imagine that we have this kind of color change in the runway that must be based off of real life. Otherwise, I feel like they wouldn't do that. That must be real life. We definitely have a lot more like touchdown textures, rubber markings as we got closer into the touchdown zone of the runway, and then it kind of fades off as it should. Runway looks really nice. I'm telling you, I love these taxiway marks or markings, and I kind of like the concrete blocks. I don't know why, but I've always kind of liked that. You know, back in the day, whenever we were all flying X-Plane, or actually I don't know if it was on X-Plane, but on Prepared, there was like Rex ground textures type stuff, and you can kind of choose, you know, what ground textures you wanted for asphalt or concrete. And I always tended to kind of drift towards the concrete blocks. Always, I don't know, thought it looked kind of looked nice because you can notice the detail on the ground. Nice. So real quick, I'm gonna take one last drive through the terminal, and then we're gonna get this thing going. Very nice interior modeling. Now, if y'all remember, and you were at our last stream, which was in Oslo, this is one of the things that Oslo did really well that you don't see very often in airport sceneries. And as you can see here, we just have some generic signage at each of the gates. They all say the same thing. In Oslo, they had airline specific and destination specific signage per airport or per gate. That I thought was a super nice touch for somebody like me that's creating content, and it allowed me to park my British Airways airplane at a British Airways gate with British Airways signage, and I was going to London, to which they had the destination of London on that signage. That's something I would like to see a bit more of from senior developers. I don't know how much research it takes to do that, but I do think it's a super nice touch. Now, to this developers, and I'm not even exactly sure who makes this scenery. I should probably know that and probably put their stuff in the description. We'll look it up here shortly. But you know, usually when you have stores in scenery, usually it'll just be like a picture texture on the wall. I love how they actually modeled the store, and that's one reason too why I like these size airports, because I feel like these airports are not super big, so developers can kind of take the time to model small things like this that when you are in the terminal just adds a little bit more of that immersion. So let's go over to the baggage claim and the ticketing. Everything's just very nicely modeled. Love all the TVs and stuff on the walls. You know, over about the gates they had, you know, the weather radar, kind of like this, like the Weather Channel. I think it was really cool because you see that a lot in airports. Got some really nice ticket counters. Love these custom objects. It's a very nice airport. Be a very nice addition. Got the rental cars over here. This is the developer's logo. I believe this is a new developer. I think it's their first scenery. I believe they started with GSX profiles and have now made their first scenery. And I would say, especially for their first, this is a home run. It's very nice. Would meet it would meet all of my expectations of an airport this size. We do need to go look at the price though. I can't remember what the price was. For me, it was an automatic buy just because I love airports this size, and I love going to Branson, Missouri. Branson is right down the road from Springfield. Usually most folks fly into Springfield to get to Branson. So for me, this was an automatic buy. But there are just that one little thing with the signage at the gates. would be a nice touch if the developers were able to do that, but that's obviously not a big thing at all. Nothing to even complain about. Just you know, just a little feedback. Okay. Let's see. So you can purchase this airport at the InnoBuild store, which is where I got it, for $16.25, which I would say is a very fair price. With the amount of detail that they have modeled into this airport, I have no problem paying $16. But I would be curious to know all of your opinions on the price and the quality. I didn't even see this, probably because we're looking on the other side of all the hangars, but that's pretty dope. So if there's any screenshots that we didn't cover, we should probably look at night lighting. Ozarks Technical Community College Aviation Program, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they had one. I'm going to throw this into the description. Edits. Bam. There you go, guys. All right. Now, over to the more important stuff. That is obviously recognizing all of our channel members, as well as everybody in the chat. So, channel members, that is going to be Pilot Porter, Dustin, D-Champ, Cali Simmer, Ford Contour, Hillbilly Gypsy, Zach Hamilton, Bravo Charlie, Gavin Chapman, Zolt, Skyfall, Jose, Andrew Something, Brett Smith, Shadow Dark, Image Seeker, Zach Winnick, Marco, VR Sim Pilot, J Foot, Drew Stone, Big Ralph, Abdelio, Rev, Cold Bay, Captain Shack, Kieran, Tyler Rocks, Gold Engine, CST Gaming, Joe SDC, Captain Geo, Andy Ivy, J Queen, Kivo G, Dancing Parrot, Riney Sepper, Shadow, JR3000, Wes Person, Oralos, Fires, Josh Sioux Falls, Tenured, Mobia, I always screw that one up, Nabil, Lightspeed, Kevin, FO Pilot Depth, Ron FX, JJ Stevens, AJJ, Micah Messer, and David Isaac. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Greatly, greatly appreciate all of you. And love y'all to death. And over to the chomp. We got Bot Ricks in the house. High right side simulations. That's right. Because flying on the wrong side of the airplane is the right seat. Armchair Captain, what's going on, my friend? Great to see you, dude. What's up, Blake from wrong side? Oops, wrong commercial. That's funny. Dancing Parrot, what's going on, man? Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Zach, my man, how you doing, dude? Callie Simmer's in the house, my darling. How are you? Marco, how's it going, my friend? Flying your favorite airplane today. And as soon as I decided to fly this plane, I was like, yeah, I know Marco's going to be happy with it. Andrew, yo, what's happening, dude? Great to see you, man. Jay Foot's in the house. How you doing, Jay? Great to see you, dude. Abdelio, what's good, Blake? The RTX cards really make a huge difference. Set everything to ultra. Hey, there you go. Rex ground textures available from Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Right. I had those, and I believe they were causing some issues with some of my payware scenery, so I uninstalled them. D-Champ, what's up, man? Great to see you, dude. Abdelio. Let's see. Have it, but don't see the difference. Yeah, so it's only going to make a difference, too, in your default airports. But if you have payware airports, it will not change any of those. I'd love to see detailed Anchorage Airport. There's well, I don't know how detailed it is on, like, the terminals, but there is a pretty decent payware Anchorage Airport out there. I fly out of it every now and then. Typically flying Alaska Airlines, you know, stereotypical. Right, yeah, there we go, with an interior. Yeah. Craig. Wow, what an interior. Missing a few people. Few people say, oh, we love going to Missouri. Damn right. But, yeah, man, I agree. The interior is very, very nicely modeled. And I think my favorite part of this whole airport, other than the patriotic stuff that's painted on some of the hangars, is going to be the green and blue glass. That was kind of cool looking. Joe Hatch, going on, my friend. Great to see you, dude. $16 is worth it. I agree. I think so too. Micah Messer, my man. As you can see, we've got, well, bam, there we go. Thanks to you, have a much nicer, cleaner looking like, subscribe, notification bell overlay. So, dude, thank you so much for sharing that with me. Greatly appreciate you, dude. That was very nice of you. Bot Rick said $20 Captain Sim is a big no for me. What so what specifically Captain Sim product are you talking about? I know they just came out with that C-130 that finally has a virtual cockpit, which, you know, they probably should have done that from the get-go. But if Captain and Sim are anywhere attached to anything, is a no from me. You know, and it's so sad, man, because back in the prepared days, they had some really good products. Like their 7.5, 7.6 was phenomenal. I thought it was better than Flight Factor and X-Plane. But you know, they do what they do, and I guess to me it just kind of seems like they're on their last leg of their existence. They've been around for, shoot, at least a couple decades. So they're just on their last breaths. Give Ponce a week and a half. Sounds good. Looking forward to that Ponce scenery. Captain Sim 777 is an embarrassment. Yeah, especially the one for Microsoft Flight Sim. The one that they had for prepared was far more realistic and a hell of a lot better. A lot more detail, systems, all that stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna file my flight plan real quick. Pre-file network, and then we're gonna get this sucker going. Now, show of virtual hands in the chat. How many of y'all like the Maddog airplane? How many of y'all have it? How many of y'all would like to have it? I know it's really expensive. I think it was expensive, or is expensive, because it was the first, the first study level ish airplane for Microsoft Flight Sim back in the day. 1743. Let's push that out time back a little bit. Off block. Oh wait, that's the whole wrong. View flight plan. File flight plan. Bam. All right. Got an X-Plane, nice. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of very strongly mixed feelings on this airplane. Obviously, it's older, and being that it's older and a lot of buttons and switches and whatnot, some folks are like, nah, I'm good. You know, it's a little too old for me. It definitely, it's a challenge for me every time I fly it, but I don't fly it very often. And obviously, with any very complex airplane, especially old ones like this, the less you fly it, the less good you're going to be at it. Never flown it in a sim, but you've flown it. Same. I have flown on a whole bunch of Maddogs, and they're always fun. When you take off, there's a very nose up attitude, even though the airplane's like it's not flying in the attitude in which the nose is pointed. But man, you just feel like, you know, you feel like you like really getting up there. I don't know how to fly any other plane other than a 320, sadly. Hey man, just take some YouTube videos. Watch some YouTube videos, and you can get the hang of it. Been flying a lot the last 2 weeks. Once you learn the little quirks, it flies great. Yeah, so that's again to what I was saying a while ago, right? Like if you're not flying it very often, it's going to be hard to keep up with. 73, 75, 76, 78. Heck yeah. I love all those airplanes. Tyler Rocks is going to do. Great to see you, man. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's get to it. So quick little overview of today's flight. So our departure could potentially be interesting, although there's no more clouds, it doesn't look like. What happened to all the clouds? Because there's a lot of weather very close. Maybe it's just off in the distance. So we are running active sky right now. I do have live weather turned off from the main menu. How things looked initially looked correct. There was even some lightning flashes. So we're going to continue to give it a shot. We'll take off and we'll climb to the southeast, and we should run into some weather. So we'll see if active sky produces that or not. But so here's what we're going to be looking at. What is that? That was weird. Shit better not, Tom. I have the damn premium stuff. Anyways, so here's gonna be our route today. Departing off runway 14, we're gonna go direct Memphis, which will take us over this area of weather. We got tops up to flight level 450. And we should have some weather radar on this airplane, so we'll see how that works. Down direct to Memphis, then Kensaw, Rooster 2 Glavin 1 arrival to runway 8 left into Atlanta. We've already gone through and checked out everything on the OFP. We're supposed to be out at 17:45, which is right now, so obviously we're not going to make that. But we're looking at 1 hour and 15 minutes from wheels up to wheels down, cruising at 33,000 feet. And we do have some extra fuel on this flight just in case we do have to deviate around some weather. So weather at ETD, or actually scheduled time of departure, is going to be winds from the south, gusting up to 28 knots, 4 statute miles, rain, thunderstorm with mist, overcast at 1,500 CBs, wind shift 2,000 feet, 190 at 45 knots. This weather doesn't really reflect the forecast. If I marked this because if we were late, we could be running into this situation as well. Winds still from the south, gusting up to 30 knots. Light rain showers, mist, overcast at 1,000. We got a tempo in there from 13Z to 17Z, 1 mile rain thunderstorms. We're outside of that. That was for when the weather passed over. Now at our ETA, looking at winds 130 at 10 knots, gusting to 20, greater than 6 statute miles, broken at 5,000, broken at 8,000. So nothing we can't handle there. Should be relatively straightforward. So now let's get to it. Got all of our passengers boarding up. And I'm going to pause the music because I can't listen to that music while we're pre-flight and it gets too loud. Alrighty. Battery. Get that on over. Let's so we'll just go ahead and get the APU going. Let's get some fuel pumps on. And then we'll start the APU. I definitely have more passengers than that. What happened? Thought I had all this stuff preset. Alright. APU's on the bus. Let's see, what else do we need? I gotta remember all this stuff. Let's see about sign on, so we have our fuel. Turn that on because I'll forget. We'll cage the standby. See, our transponder is going to be 1763. Get rid of those yokes so we can actually see stuff, and we'll get the FMS going. So where are we at? We are in SGF. Springfield, Missouri. And Springfield over to Atlanta. Parting off runway 14. And then under legs, I'm going to go direct Memphis. To Kensaw. Actually, we skipped one. HUT. HUTCC. This keyboard layout's a little bit different from 7.3 and the Airbus and the 7.8 and pretty much everything else. So it takes me a second longer to find my daggone buttons. Kensaw. And then it's going to be our arrival. So we'll go ILS 8 left. Glavin 1. Rusa. From here, so we want Larry, or we're going to do this one. Jage? I don't even know. Back over the legs, make sure we don't have discontinuities. We'll join that up. Next page. Looks good. Alright, let's cross check. We got to make sure we have every waypoint we're supposed to. So Springfield to Memphis, Huck, Kensaw, Rusa. After that should be Ruth, Jackson, Maddox, Glavin, Stern, Yaba, Navy, Larry, Jage, Bazaar. Actually, yeah, because from there we're on the approach. So we'll activate that. Climb. We're going to go up to 33,000 feet. From here, zero fuel weight, or live zero fuel weight, I believe, is 112.7. We're planned with 112. Should be actually 113. So we're a tad lighter than planned, which is totally fine. We'll call it 112.8. Fuel, we need gate fuel of 18.1. I think it's an N. Yeah. Reserve fuel is going to be 4.5. Let's see, winds are going to be 229 at 54. Temperature up there is minus 47. And let's run some takeoff performance. Airport KSGF. Dry. Winds, let's get current weather. All right, so okay. I guess active skies correct because it's 10 miles clear skies. Winds 190 at 15, gusting 20. 190 15. Temperatures 18. Runway is going to be 14. Do 15 on the flaps. And then the altimeter is 2967. And that's off, packs on. Takeoff weight. It's planned at 130.3. We're about 300 pounds light. So we'll call it 130.0. Alrighty. It's going to be flat 15 takeoff. Max takeoff weight's 152.5 almost. On my paperwork, I got 148. So, that's, I don't know how accurate sim brief is. Flex temp's going to be 39. So we'll go take off flex. 39. And then we've got V speeds of 28, 32, 41. That looks good. Cool. Runway heading for this departure is 139. And initial climb altitude, we'll just call it 5,000. Got these out of sync from my buttons. Cool. Now if we had to come back, we'd come back to runway 14. So we'll go 109 point. So the actual frequency is 109.7. We're going to go 7.5 so that it's not active, but easily tunable if we were to lose an engine. And then course 139. This position lights on. Should have been on a long time ago. Alright, I think that's roughly it. Okay. Let's catch up in the chat real quick. CB equals cumulonimbus, yeah. AKA bad juju, yeah. Indicative of maybe some bad weather around, right? Megezi. Hello, great to see you as well. From Uganda in East Africa. Hey, very nice. Well, great to see you, dude. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Wrong Side channel. Very happy to have you. So you're not the only African that we usually have in our chat. Usually, Kieran, who's from South Africa, we usually have him as well. And I got a couple coworkers that are from Africa. One that's from Malawi and another one that's from South Africa. I think you have to use the external load manager or download. See, and every time I've tried doing like SimBrief, oh, you download the flight plan and import it. Gotcha. See, and it's irritating that, like, why does this keep timing out? Holy moly. I've already free trial. I have the, oh my god, I'll do this later. I have the it's just not. I don't even know. We'll do that some other time. I just won't be able to mirror my iPad now. Oh well. I know where, but where in the country are you? Kampala. 2 homes. Very nice. Bravo, Charlie. Hola, buenos dias. Well, buen dia to you as well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you, dude. Only the brave use flex temp in the MD80. I guess I'm brave because I every time I fly it, I use it. I've never had any problems. Active Sky today? Yes, sir. We are on Active Sky. And I believe even though we're on Active Sky, it'll still feed the weather data to the weather radar in this airplane. Alright. Are they done boarding back there? It sounds like they're still boarding, but it might just be ambient sounds. Bro. Keeps changing my shit. Do I have to import this? Where am I from? I am originally from Louisiana in the United States, from a small country town in Louisiana. But I now live in Orlando, Florida, home of Disney, as we all know. Where I work as a manager of flight dispatch at a major airline here in the States. For those that want to use the whole runway. So, like, I do have, well, I guess I have to, you said I got to download it. And I don't even know where to download it to. Alright, let's go use the manager. Well, why is it not giving me the tail number? Because I'm in 917. Yeah, that's stupid. Oh, well, here's... Where does it have this? Maddog X files, which is in documents. Okay, let's try that. Sim brief. Download documents. Maddog X files. Crap, and what is it after that? Routes. Bam. Okay. So now where'd my import button go? Oh my god. I just gotta do it before you start the sim. Man, this is part of why I don't fly this airplane very much. These are all extra steps that, like, it should just be able to import it straight from the EFB. Oh, that's the E-cars. So I just downloaded it into this and it's not in there. Only things there never works for me. Only external load app or import work for me. So J-Foot, what folder do I need to put the flight plan in? Because I just downloaded my OFP into here and it's not popping up. Maybe try ACARS. Okay, airplane just moved. We got the gas. I'm gonna assume that we have. Alright, sweet. Okay, that's not a fun way of loading the airplane. $141 passengers. They're on board. I think. Yeah, everything's shut, so I guess it's good. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Jesus. We'll shut that door. We don't have fuel in the center tank, so we won't need to turn that on. Alright, we're getting there, folks. Never fails, this airplane, there's always something to slow me down. Let's see. Have bad memories and good memories about USA. Well, what kind of memories you got? I couldn't tell you're from the South. And like, whenever I talk, I don't hear my accents. I'm sure it's like, you know, a lot louder to you guys than it is to me, or noticeable. The performance calculator's not great. Maybe we should do this if y'all are saying all that. Let's dial the flex down a bit. No, you don't have to restart the sim. Placing in the routes folder should work. Mine is under document. Cool. So I did the ACARS format, and it took it. But when I did the route format, or like the regular format, it didn't. I have to relearn how to load it every time I fly the plane. I don't doubt that. Let's go nose right. Alright, beacon light is on. And we'll release the parking brakes. Alright, here we go. Hopefully I can remember how to start the engines on this thing. Yeah, I got something wrong with my air. This is what gets me every time. Gonna be auto. Oh, actually, I gotta go off, right? There we go. Yeah. Bleed air off, duh. Oh, we got an SGF approach on. Info Delta. Visual purchase use lane. Departing runway 20. $24.95. Alright. 31 on the flex. So we'll make it 25. And they gave the pin. We are started up. We'll go flaps 15. The airplane trimmed. Cool. Let's see. Landing altitude. Touchdown elevation 1015. And then Atlanta 3018. Cool. All right. Our radio panel. Come over here. Do the same thing. There we go. $19.9. Alrighty. Springfield approach. Delta 1004 just pushed off the gate. Ready taxi runway 20, information Delta.
What was that 2 aircraft calling at once? I heard the Delta 1004 first, the Delta 1004 Springfield departure. Go ahead.
Hey, we just pushed off the gate. Ready taxi runway 20, information Delta.
Delta 1004, runway 20, taxi via Echo Uniform, cross runway 32 at Uniform.
Echo Uniform, cross 32 at Uniform, Delta 1004.
American 310, you're cleared to the Charleston, West Virginia airports as filed, maintaining 5,000. To back to flight level 330, 1 minutes after departure. Departure split frequency, squawk 1155.
Clear to Charleston, West Virginia, and dispatch at left should be 5,000. Expect 360, maintain at departure for 1155.
Alright, let's roll.
American 310, is that correct? Runway 20 for departure. Data Delta, current advised, ready to taxi.
Yeah, I did not think we would ever have any controllers here. That's pretty cool. Yep, I'm using FT Sim Sounds. Jose, an American guy, was really good at communication, so we planned most of the things, but unfortunately he couldn't make it because oh yeah, that's a very hard thing to deal with a significant other. Got a really good friend of mine who is married to, for those of y'all who know country music, married to Cody Johnson's bass player, and she deals with a lot of that. Wes, my man, what's going on, dude? Great to see you. Hope you're doing well.
We have Delta would like to request GeForce.
Clear right, clear left.
November 203, Delta Bravo, Springfield departure, maintain VFR at or below 4,000, departure this frequency, squawk 2544.
Okay, VFR at or below 4,000, first frequency, squawk 2544.
November 3, Delta Bravo, read back correct, and are you ready for taxi?
I guess we need that another minute.
November 3, Delta Bravo, expect runway 20, advise ready to taxi.
20 pump gas.
Springfield departure, Delta 1004. I didn't get any IFR clearance. What initial climb altitude would you like?
Delta 1000 targets, you were in that awkward spot where you were online already. You're cleared to Atlanta as filed, maintain 5000, expect flight level 330 in 10 minutes. Departure Swiss frequency, squawk 1763.
Alright, up to 5, and then 3310 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is with you, and we're going to squawk 1763 for Delta 1004.
Delta 10,004, or correction, Delta 1004 refactoring.
Bam, look at that. Already got 5 in there. Woo, snipped it out. DX1. Hello from DFW. How is everything in DFW? Did y'all get any bad weather last night? Alright, 199 on the heading.
Delta 1004, the wind 18022, gust 32, fly runway heading, runway 20, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 20 for Delta 1004.
November 3 Delta Bravo, thanks for Delta, runway 20, taxi via November.
20 via November. 3 Delta Bravo.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Takeoff thrust set. 8 knots thrust. Positive route. Gear up, lights out.
Delta 1004, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000 and stay altitude rating.
4.1 for 15,000, Delta 1004.
Left 0.
Delta 1000, full for direct method.
Direct Memphis, Delta 1004.
November 3 Delta Bravo, turn left on course with 18022, gust 32, runway 20, clear for takeoff.
Okay, we'll turn left on course. Clear for takeoff.
Stabilizer motion.
Delta 1014, the city center is closed, frequency changes, advisory is approved, have a good flight.
Over to com. Thanks for all your help. Have a great day. Delta 1004. Yeah. Things are not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Nav track, that's better.
American 310 base attack.
American 310 runway 20 taxi by Echo Uniform Cross runway 32 uniform.
Stabilizer motion.
Runway 20 will be Echo Uniform Cross runway 32 by uniform. American 310.
Okay. Why do I still have this blue line though? Oh, it's not. It's just the green heading line. Cool. All right, we're getting there. Curious to see if we start drawing any weather. All right. Whew, that was a little busy, especially when you aren't the most up to date on this airplane. But yeah, guys, we're making it. It's always a struggle for me when I fly this jet, but I still like it. If I flew it more, I would definitely get the hang of it. Let's see. Have any engine sounds in the interior view? Every time I go in the cabin, I can only hear instrument sounds. Yeah, so the FT Sim sounds, sometimes they're a booger to get installed and kind of get them to work right. For me, I found that I had like 2 of whatever like file you had to go edit in, and I was editing in the other one, and as soon as I like copied it to both, copied the entries, it was working fine. So ever since then, like, I'm not updating this airplane because I struggle every single time to get the shit to work. Not last night, but we just got some a few minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, I saw on the old weather radar. Wasn't looking too hot. Why are we climbing so slow? Oh, because we went to 15. That's right. Let's go higher. 330. Now we do have to recycle. There we go. VNAV climb. So, kind of odd, because we're not in any weather right now, and we definitely should be. We should have some really nasty stuff off of our right wing right now. Yeah, it's just got these little I wish there was a way I could force it to refresh. 2992 set. Active sky not being very active. Yeah, no joke. Switch over to the default live weather. I think it's better. So let's see. We're gonna get kicked around a bit. Yeah, still kinda still not great, because there should be like some really big thunderstorms off of our, like right over here. So now let's do this. Let's go weather. And then let's restart this and see what it does. Bam. It's gonna download the storms, supposedly. Yeah, downloading segments, air mets. Now that looks way different than what we were just looking at. Still no big ass thunderstorms anywhere. Moral of the story is, both of them suck. Turn off active sky all the way or put it on passive mode. Remind you of X-Plane. Look, we got weather radar this time though. It's like, if we're getting this now, why we're we not getting this earlier? Because like, part of me feels like it's just pulling weather data from METARs around the area that you're currently at, versus looking at and injecting the weather along your path, your flight route. Because it does have my flight plan in here, so it knows where I'm going. Active Sky still has the bug, then where you need to restart it. That's not super shocking. Our poor passengers back there can get kicked around. And it looks like we're seeing snow down there. Unless that's just part of the Bing textures that I'm using. I'm showing that you should see some thunderstorms with tops 25 to 30, and yep, same. Yeah, that's got to be snow. There's definitely no snow. So here's what we just flew through. We got this monster cell right here at 50,000 feet. Whatever this place is. Oh, Branson. That's Branson, Missouri. Shit. I got 1.5 mile rain. It's actually not too crazy. But this is what we flew through. Tops up to 45, 50,000 feet. And we saw very little of that. If we go look off of our left wing, and some slightly higher tops. So as you can see, that's where we got some sails. God, I hope the weather is so much better in FS 2024. Mr. Bravo, I had it for prepared, and it worked phenomenally. But sure shit don't work very good here. Yeah, I'm starting to think Active Sky's a long way to go. Sounded great, but it's not doing what it should be doing. 100%. 100%. Moderate cumulonimbus. No, what is cumulonimbus? Is CB. So what is CU? Cumulus. Moderate cumulus. Distant southeast and south. I partially think it's got something to do with the sim maybe blocking it, keeping from injecting. I don't know. I don't know how they would do it since the weather API is closed. I guess it's just closed off to you know, this weather data versus the weather data that Active Sky is injecting or getting. X-Enviro was amazing back in X-Plane 11. Yeah, that's what I had them as well for the short time that I flew X-Plane 11. Maybe they need to come on with it. Maybe they can figure something out and give us some better weather. But it's almost like, you know, if we want a good weather, it's almost like you got to go through the presets and go find you a preset that matches more what you're flying through, and then go change it as you progress. Is your weather turned off in the sim? When I first started, like the flight, it was, and now I turned live weather back on. But yeah, it was turned off. But hopefully they can square some shit away. But guys, if y'all are liking the content, enjoying hanging out, then if you don't mind, please smash that likety like button. We'd greatly appreciate it. Would be super duper awesome, and it would make y'all super duper cool. I check my Discord. It's for Microsoft Flight Sim as well, but it's no bueno. Yeah. Interesting. Is Asobo not letting these guys make it better? Probably. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is that even though they're able to inject weather data, that somehow, some way, Asobo, Microsoft's kind of got things cut off. Maybe it can't be rendered in the way that needs to be rendered, or who knows. If Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is promising stuff like tornadoes, they better be making tops hit 40,000 plus. No shit. Very good point. I didn't think about that. That's a very good point. Make sure everything's going well up here. Never know. Like a couple weeks ago when we were flying, what were we doing? Seattle to Vegas, and we went to the wing view for a while, and then we came back and turned out that instead of flying southeast, we were flying northeast. We just diverted to Glacier Park, Montana. That's that cruise. I'm pretty sure there's snow down there, which makes me think. Yeah, it's still doing alpine environment. So that's probably why we're seeing snow. So when I click live weather, I think it's actually reverting it back to. It says live weather. I don't see snow on the ground no more, so maybe it took now. Cool. You're not supposed to fly over the tornado. You're supposed to fly your 152 into it. Oh, that's funny. That's a good way to pick up some ground speed in a 152. Andy, how's it going on, man? It's great to see you, dude. Welcome, welcome. I wonder how long a 152 would like stay in the circulation, or would it just get like shoved to the ground? Actually, I guess it wouldn't, right? Because tornadoes probably more of a cyclonic updraft than it is anything else. Yeah, who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. That's one reason why I try to typically stick to one weather. Andy said he'll be sticking with the live weather. I'm kind of starting to think that I might too. I mean, I keep trying to run different tests just to see, but nothing as of yet. I wonder if they've had any more updates. Oh, I need to update this. Not updating the Maddog. And not that either. Yeah, so they have not had any updates since. Is there anything going on in... No. Surprisingly, Atlanta is not controlled, at least not yet. And that timed out again. It's the definition of wind shear. True. I never thought about it like that. Yes. Absolutely no bueno. Hashtag death. So guys, again, for those of y'all who weren't here, so the plan is, what I'd like to do is land in Atlanta, turn around, head down to Pensacola, and then in Pensacola, I'll probably start a new stream, because I want the stream dedicated to what I'm about to say. But essentially, I've been in contact with a scenery, but not necessarily, I guess you could call him a dev. I don't know. Let's call him a dev. Anyways, basically a scenery developer. But it's a freeware-ish scenery developer. Kind of depends. But this person has a website full of different sceneries that you can download for free. But if you want one specifically yourself, you can contact them, pay them a little bit, and they, depending on how much you pay them. So like if you want it, they can put it on their list. And if you want to pay a little bit more, then you can, they'll prioritize it in front of the list. So one of my favorite places in the world, I basically had the entire coastline done, and I would like to do a stream dedicated to that scenery, and to kind of promote and inform everybody of this developer. So in case there's any areas that y'all like, you can get one done as well. So what I'd like to do, if I have enough time, so from here to Atlanta, Pensacola, kill the stream, start a new stream, and fly down basically from Pensacola all the way down the Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, Perdido Key coastline, towards Dolphin Island, and then maybe up to Mobile. And that will showcase all of the scenery. And then you guys can decide if that's something that y'all would like to do yourselves. You can go get area of scenery made if they don't already have it. They very well might already have it. I was calling this waypoint Memphis. It's Memphis. And it's literally over Memphis. I'm an idiot. You go in passive mode and keep the turbulence effects from active sky. Ah. You're right. I did read that in the settings. Let's do that. Settings. I don't remember where it's at. We're gonna get kicked around again. I was trying to beat it. Where'd I go for that shit? Passive. There we go. Alright, we're in passive. This beam texture's not loading in very far out. See where they stop. It's extremely ugly. Google ones doesn't work very good because it blocks. Like, it's the software that injects these ground textures is basically consistently requesting like the data, and then Google's like, you request too much and it'll block it. So it's either Apple or this one, but it seems like when I use the Apple textures, I start getting a lot of stutters on short final. So I've been going with the Bing, but the Bing does this nastiness. So I don't really know what to do. It looks good up here until it's doing all that. Let's see what Google does. Lightspeed, what's going on, my friend? Great to see you, dude. Let's try Bing after running this update. See if it gets any better. I don't know what's up with YouTube. Can't get a live feed. It's always 15 to 25 seconds behind. Interesting. Maybe because I'm doing like 4K shit and it just takes longer to process the data, maybe? See, I use Apple Pro. Yeah, I think I started using the Apple Pro based off of your recommendation, but then I was getting all the stutters all the time. I'm like, takeoff and short final. You got to run the Apple before you start the sim. Yeah, I've done that before, and I still had this issue. Use a VPN whenever I run the Google textures. Oh, I never thought about a VPN. I need to get one of them. Can it change terrain on the fly like that? Oh, honestly, I don't really know. It tells you like not to do it. It tells you to. Oh, we're over Memphis right now. It tells you to run it before starting the sim. But I've changed it on the fly before, and it seemed to work. So. Don't really know. But in the famous words of Kelly Clarkson, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't know how that applies right now, but just trying to get like a better look at Memphis. Highly recommend the auto FPS mod. I don't really have any problems with FPS. I've never thought about installing that. I've heard of it and seen things of it, but I never really have stutters or any frame rate issues. I mean, I'm running a 4090, so I better not have any daggum frame rate issues for the most part. But does it? So how How does it work? What is it adjusting? Because I'm not willing to give up like scenery and looks for performance. So these don't have performance problems. And since we fly in 4K or stream on 4K, I don't want anything to look like shit, because then it'll be even like more noticeable, I guess, since it's like in 4K, it's super clear. Yeah, I usually don't have issues. Every now and then, you know, you might get like a long load in as either an airport's loading in, or like if we're flying into LaGuardia. You know, I've got the Zweckie's Newark, I've got MK Studios LaGuardia, Any Builds, JFK, plus New York City scenes, or whatever it's called. So, you know, it's a lot of shit to load in, plus all the 3D satellite imagery. So in there, you know, might get a couple bumps, that's okay. But usually most places don't have any problems. I really need to make like new playlist. I've been listening to the same shit for the past couple of years. I think old Mickey Mike will be going live here shortly. So he was going to go live at 3 o'clock. And it looks like Ryan Hall is live as well, running some radar coverage. Where's he looking at? Got quite a bit of weather out there today, some of which we flew over. Looks like Dallas has a nasty little line, as we were just talking about a while ago. 50,000 foot tops. Okay, so Mickey Mike, he pushed it back. He's going live at 4 o'clock. So if y'all don't follow Mickey Mike, y'all should check him out on the YouTubes. He's doing a giveaway today as well. But today he's going to be flying a Velo from Boise to Burbank. I know he recently started a partnership with Vertical Sim, so I would imagine his giveaway is going to be Vertical Sim Boise. So if you don't have Boise and you would like it, go check out his channel. It's going live in about an hour. Mickey Mike. And here is a link to the live stream he'll be doing. Jose, my man, how's it going, dude? Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show. It's a long talk, but I can recommend you a video. Okay. Was that, from my understanding, I thought it was like it adjusts your like scenery sliders basically in real time, aiming at maintaining an FPS that you want. So if that's true, probably not, but if that's true, then I'm good. Dog's in here. I didn't know she was in here. Would y'all like to hear a real sad story? Because I'm gonna tell it to you anyways. Here's a real sad story for you. I've got just enough whiskey for one more drink. That's pretty sad. Marco, back from dinner. How's the MD-80 doing? Doing fine. It was a busy takeoff. I was a little bit getting behind the airplane. But we got it all sorted out, figured out. It's good to go. So we're just making our way. Got a nice tailwind, 37 knots. Oh, why ain't this moving over to landing? You can do that one. I forgot this thing even had charts. This is not the best EFB in the world. It's pretty blurry. Als, what's going on, man? Welcome, dude. How you doing? Man, I jumped into your chat last night for a quick sec, and then I don't remember what happened. Something came up, as always. Was it last night or was it the day before? I can't keep my day straight anymore. I just worked a 19-hour day yesterday. I can't remember if I was at work when you were streaming or what the hell. I think it was yesterday. Fuck, I don't know. But hope you're doing good, dude. Are you using Real Turb or FS Realistic for the shakes? So we're using FS Realistic as well as Active Sky in passive mode. So Active Sky in passive mode we'll use, like, you'll have live weather. In fact, let me just confirm that live weather's on. Okay, it is. Live weather from Microsoft, but then it will add like down drafts and up drafts and turbulence and that kind of stuff. Day before, yeah. See, I can't keep my. When I work super long days, I can't remember like what's what. But doing good. So yesterday I worked a 19-hour day. So we had another delivery from Hamburg. So I did like all my normal dispatch manager stuff from like 4 in the afternoon till about 11 at night, and then we switched gears into delivery mode and worked the delivery from 11 at night until about 11 the next day. It was a very long day, and I came home and crashed. Then got up. I think I hit a real quick little flight in the CRJ on like VUAL just because I was due for a flight and didn't want to time out. Did that, got dinner with the girlfriend, and then passed the fuck out again. I was out from like 10 last night until 10 or 11 until about 11 today. Like I could not get myself up. I wanted to get up and start streaming at like 9 or 10 this morning. Didn't happen. So owls, the FS Realistic I would recommend. Anytime you get in a new airplane though, you do, like it recognizes your aircraft type. So like you'll have to sort of but adjust things. And you might have FS Realistic, I can't remember. But if you don't, you have to go through and there's some of this you probably not going to want, so you turn some stuff off, turn some stuff on, maybe adjust some of the movements. As far as FS Realistic goes, right now I don't know if I could honestly recommend it, at least from the weather perspective, because it is not doing a good job with the weather. It'll give you good weather to like where you're at when you spawn in at the airport, but once you get a little ways outside of that, like we flew around some thunderstorms. At least the thunderstorms were there in real life to the southeast of Springfield, but there wasn't shit to be seen, in the sim. And that's the biggest thing that it touts is, live weather being injected into the sim. And there are about 3 or 4 flights it hasn't really done what it's supposed to do. So I don't know if I'd recommend it yet. It's like $25 or so. I can't talk about 19 hours, but I can tell you 16 hours is rough. Oh yeah. Anything like north of 12 sucks ass. And I'm pretty good when it comes to like sleep deprivation, and especially like overnight shifts. I'm an owl, a night owl, much like owls. Like yesterday, my boss called me on his way in, and he was like, "Hey, dude," he's like, "You still at work?" Now I was at work when he left the day before, so I was coming in as he was coming out, and we had a little chat. And so he called me when he was on his way into work at like 7 the next morning, and he was like, "Hey bro, you still at work?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, the airplane, the delivery's not out of Keflavik yet, so yeah, I'm still here. And he was like, "No way." I'm like, "Yeah, get shit done, man. That's why you hired me as a manager. We got missions. We gotta complete the mission." So, but he was like, "Man," he's like, "You're the one, when we need somebody at nighttime, man, you're the one." I'm like, "I know. I'm not the one you want early in the morning. Like starting a shift early in the morning? Hoo, sir. I'm a zombie." Like, y'all know those crackheads and meth heads and fentanyl heads and like all them druggies that you see like just, slumped over in zombie mode? That's me early in the morning. I'd just be at work, just standing there, hunched over. So Alice, is that how you got your, like, is that where your YouTube name originates from, is you being a night owl? I'm sure you've been asked a million times, like, why owls? I tell you what, too, for what they charge this airplane, the texturing is not the greatest either. These don't look. They're like clearly like painted into the livery rivets. Cockpit's not bad though. And it's still doing that scenery stuff. So you can tell it's definitely changing the ground textures, like on the fly. But what we really needed to do is start changing it way out yonder ways. What we might do though, I might skip that Pensacola flight, and when we land in Atlanta, we'll record the landing, watch the landing, kill the stream, and then I'll fire up a second stream for what we were talking about a while ago. Yeah, it's still not rendering that scenery up, or the ground textures very far. That's probably what happens when you go switching the shit. Top of descent in 40 miles, so let's get this thing set up for arrival. So quick little approach brief, not that y'all can see it, but so we're going to be planning the ILS runway 8 left into Atlantis 11-1 effective 22nd April 2021. Approach frequency is going to be 109.3. Final approach course 95 degrees. We'll intercept the glide slope at Shell, 2,900 feet. Our minimum is going to be a decision height of 200 feet. Touchdown zone elevation is 1015. MSA around the Atlanta area is 3,100 feet. If we go missed, we'll climb to 1,500. And then climb and left turn to 3,500 on a heading of 360 and outbound on the RMG VOR radio 115 to Troy's. Intercept DME 38.1 RMG radar and hold. Transition altitudes 18,000 feet. We have a 3-degree glide slope or descent angle on this glide slope. Alsif lighting and PAPI on the left, and our minimum is 200-foot ceilings and half-mile visibility. Current weather in Atlanta: little windy, winds 140 at 11, gusting 17. 10 statute miles, few at 5,500, broken at 8,000, broken 18,000, broken 25,000. Temperature is 26, dew point 12. Altimeter is 3018. On runway 18 left, or correction, 8 left, not 18. 8 left, we've got high intensity runway lights, center on lights, ALSIF approach lights, touchdown zone lights. We have a 3-degree glide path on the PAPI, which is on the left side. It's grooved. RVR is reporting. We have 7,800 feet from the glide slope. When we land, it's going to be a right-hand turn off. Hopefully we're off by Bravo 11, and then we'll cross runway 8 right at Echo 11 and taxi to the ramp. So 109.30. 095 on the approach course. Come on, man. I don't like that accelerating. Bro. One little click and it like... There we go. Alright, so it's going to be a flaps 40 landing. Our VREF is 126. We'll tack on maybe 10 for wind correction. Get that on because I'll forget to turn it on. I don't even know if I need that or not for landing, but you know. What else? Full reverse thrust. All the good stuff. We made an honest attempt at that. Bottom altitude on the Glavin 1 is going to be 5,000. And I'd say we're all set. My name is from me looking at an owl painting in my room. Then I added a ZZ as it was cool to go, or cool to do. So back to my Fortnite days. Ah, gosh, okay. That's funny. Did you have a TTV at the end? No, it used to be Owl's FN. Bro, lost all my old accounts with all the rare skins. That's not good. That sucks. Aha, my dude, CST, how's it going, man? How are you? All's good here. No complaints. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to monitor this. I don't know if I can show it, you know, because use tubes. So this waypoint Jackson, does that mean we're over Jackson right now? No. At least not Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah, probably can't show it. I mean, if there is a confirmed like tornado, like funnel cloud that drops, I'll show it for a quick sec, and then put the link in there so everybody else can get to it. Let's see. We can go see what he's. Why did all my stuff log out? Damn, Lincoln, Nebraska's about to get popped. Vince Walty. I wish I was like with these guys. This would be some cool stuff to see. So, Zach, which of the two do you like better for tornado probability? This one definitely has a lot more hail. I'd say this one. That velocity looks promising. Oh yeah. I mean, it does look like it's broadening a little bit though. Alrighty, we are on our way down into Atlanta, Georgia. Hate when that shit happens. Yeah. Anything I really care about that, like if it's like a livery that I paid somebody money for to make me, and stuff like that, I back it up in my Google Drive to try and avoid ever losing it. Somehow I'll still end up losing it. Yeah, both are healthy, but I got money on the. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. If they merge together. Based off the warning, they look like they're kind of going a little too parallel. Damn, this is warned as well. Need a better station though. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're tracking just a little bit. Like their headings are just a tad bit like away. Is Vince saying? I think Vince is going to the other one. Yeah, it looks like he's heading to the east. CDU message, drive required, okie dokie. Chris D, my friend, thank you so much for your subscription. Hope you are enjoying the content. Welcome to the Wrong Side Simulations community. Very happy to have you. Everybody please welcome Chris to the chat. Lowering, yeah, I see that too. Watching some live Nader feeds, possible Nader feeds. We're dropping in on Atlanta. Already, I think it was 3018 was the altimeter. Yep, 3018. I need to figure out how to remember how to change this base map. There we go. Yeah, I think this one's kind of banding or broadening a bit. Just can't get just organized enough. I don't know that. Well, Chris, you made it to this one, so very happy to have you, dude. But I appreciate that. It's very nice of you to say. Try my best. Now, this stream though, who knows how hairy this landing's gonna get? Mainly just because of the lack of knowledge that I have with Maddog. Yeah, that sail is looking nasty. Oh, they found them a road to get north on. Okay, yeah. This little area of inflow starting to whip up. Man, that live feed, that looks. Do I like the new Springfield Branson Airport? I do. I think it's kind of right on the money price point wise. The interior modeling is really nice. I love they actually modeled the stores inside of the airport, whereas like a lot of developers just kind of put a picture texture on the custom object. So I think that's really nice. I love the blue and green glass on the terminal. Thought that looked really cool. They did a really good job modeling that. So yeah, I like it. I love airports that size too, because you can fly just about anything from like a smaller, like a regional jet to an Airbus or 737. So you have some flexibility of the type of aircraft that you can put into an airport like that. I really like it. I have to pause that music when that song ended. Is that dropping a funnel cloud? Or is that just... That's hard to tell. Not yet. All the rumbling that is like coming through that sound feed of them going over that dirt road, I can feel it in my butt kicker. As of right now, what's your absolute... Oh, Jesus. Bro, I don't know. I don't know if I have one, honestly. I've never, like, thought about it in that way. And usually for me, like, when it comes to an airport, it's not even necessarily the airport itself. It's the geographic area that the airport is sitting in. Unless it's an airport that I have, like, sentimental value or something like that. Then there's not really any of those, other than like my hometown or something like that. But I think for me, one of my favorites of all time is Jackson Hole, Wyoming, because it's Jackson Hole. You got those super tall mountains, very scenic approach coming in, short runway, so it makes for a little bit of a challenge. It's like of all airports, especially like smaller airports that I've flown into the most, like on stream, it's probably Jackson Hole as well for that reason. I think KUXIU did a really good job with that airport. The only thing I would have liked to have seen with that airport in particular would maybe be the interior, just because it is a smaller airport. Now they were in my chat when we recently did. I want to say was it Richmond? Yeah, when we did a Richmond airport review. And I'll let them know that even same with Richmond, I'd like to see an interior with small airports like that. I think it almost becomes an expectation just because of the size of the airport. But really, I guess it comes down to as well the developers' resources to know what the interior looks like, and then the skills or the abilities to make it. But for me, just because I love Jackson Hole so much, I would really, really, really like to see an interior on that airport, because I fly into it all the time, especially on stream. So I guess my answer would be Jackson Hole, but it's mainly for the geological position of the airport, not necessarily the airport scenery itself. Because there's so many good ones out there. Like MK Studios knocked it out of the park with LaGuardia. The only thing that I wish they could add would be ambient sounds inside the terminals and all that kind of stuff, which we recently saw in the Oslo scenery in Norway. That airport was ridiculously good. Like every attention to detail, all of the signage at every single gate had different destinations and different airlines, all that kind of stuff, which I thought was like really, really, really good, along with the ambient sounds. But there's so many good ones. I don't think I would have a favorite when it comes to just pure quality and features of an add-on airport scenery. I flew into first time last night, enjoyed the blue-green windows at night. Yeah, and that's, man, I even said that shortly before leaving. I was like, we need to look at this airport in nighttime, and I forgot to do it. I bet it looks nice. The freeware Jackson Hole, I've never even seen the freeware Jackson Hole. I'd have to take a look. about 20 miles out. The thing I can never remember on this airplane, so for you guys that know this airplane, when I want to go into, let's talk Airbus terms, right? Selected speed. How do I do that? FMS override, right? Override. Say 220. Okay, there we go. Never mind. Figured it out. Yeah. I don't figure out many things in this life, but I figured that one out. I think mine would have to be LAX or LaGuardia. Okay. Both really good airports. Like really, really good. I'll go Flightbeam, SFO, Microsoft 2020. Okay. That hasn't come out yet, though. At least to my knowledge. Why is Crystal calling me at 3:30? Hang on, guys. I forgot today was Friday. I thought it was Thursday. And she works early. Oh, son of a fuck. See, that's what happens when you got girlfriends. They distract you with bullshit. Can we save it? The Shadow Dark. I saw your I saw you in the chat real quick. Don't know what you said, but I'm just gonna say hello.
25.
Alright. We kinda saved it. This is hella ugly. Fucking engines won't throttle down. See, I'm getting all these fucking stutters again. Something else has been causing that, and I don't know what it is. Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck? That's so bad. Man, fucking Crystal, dude. It's all her fault. Well, it's an alpha speed.
Stabilizer motion.
Slats extended.
Altitude.
Oh, what the fuck, man? Hold the fucking altitude. I'm gonna quit using this. I'm gonna go back to default ground textures. I feel like it's got to be the ground textures. I don't know, but lately, like on short final, the stutters have been getting bad, and that's the worst I've ever seen. Anyways, Kenny Myers, gonna do great to see you, man. Welcome. Well, you do thing, then punch in the thingy, and then hit the ching. That's how you put it into selected speed. Those instructions on how to do speed select. Appreciate that. Very, very specific, for sure. All right, let's try this again. ILS 8 left. Bizarre. Maybe Crystal won't fuck it up. Yeah, exactly. Not normal for a 4090. I wonder if maybe it's got something to do with the flight control replay. So let's kill flight control replay. See what else is in the tray. Discord will kill you. Let's kill Valanta for now as well. Okay. Alright, I think everything else is good. What? Senor Cabana. Flying your airline, senor. You're not alone. I get ugly stutters into Atlanta. Okay, maybe shit. Maybe it's Atlanta.
Flaps 15.
Let's see how much extra you got. 10 minutes? No, I think we got a little more than that because I'm not good at this airplane. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, no alternate. Joke's on you. Meh. Localizer's captured. Glass slope captured. Cool. Bring it on down, baby. Bring it on down.
Flaps. Flaps 4.
Alright, my airplane. Got a right quartering crosswind, 15 knots.
Light slow. Light
Oh shit. Fucking the Sobo. That's why. It's rendering double scenery. The Sobos is in here too. Golly. That was fucking terrible.
Lights down.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, so shit's gonna look all sorts of fucked up. Oh my god. We may not make it to the gate. Oh man. That's funny. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're probably going to end this one right here. This is just, yeah, it's just terrible. I think we landed. I think we did too. No wonder we were getting all the stutters. But also, we killed flight control replay. That definitely seemed to help. It definitely doesn't help when you got dual sceneries being rendered on top of each other, you know. Full power, let's check the suspension of the plane. Maddog Rally Edition. So I do want to, another reason why I want to kill this right now too is there's another stream that I want to do right behind this one. So if you haven't smashed that notification bell and selected all, please do so you'll know when I'm going live. Man, why does it say we got a new member? I don't remember getting a new member. It says subscribe. Yeah. Do we have a new member? Did somebody join membership and I just not see it? If so, yeah, I'm not seeing one. On. There we go. Retard. Is that possibly Tony Sanderson? Or is this a different Tony? Either way, Tony, thank you so much for jumping on to the Jump Cedar membership, dude. Greatly appreciate you. Welcome. Please make sure that you are part of the Discord, which is in the description below, because that is what you'll need to be able to access all of your membership perks. You're going to recreate Orlando Air Show in the sim? Probably not. I'm not nearly good enough of a pilot, and I'm not really crazy about how Microsoft Flight Sim handles high-speed maneuvers and stuff too. But all right, guys, so that's going to be it for this one. Again, there's another stream that I want to do right behind this one, and to have enough time to do it, I need to jump off of here pretty quick. So that's what we're going to do. Got some a special kind of scenery that I want to showcase to y'all, because it's kind of scenery that you might be able to get made for yourself as well. Then make sure to remind me not to tell you if I become a superhero. Give all my villains my real name. Now there's so the Tony I'm thinking of, that I was talking about, he's that's Jetline. He does all my computer stuff. So alright, guys, we're gonna jump off of here now. McGizzy, it was nice being here today. I have to go to bed now. Do you stream every day, Blake? I don't. Unfortunately, my job as a manager, flight dispatch, keeps me pretty busy. I work 4 on, 4 off, so I try to stream as much as I possibly can, but usually my streaming schedule is a little inconsistent compared to some of the other content creators. But that's why I make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I go live, and you'll get notified every time that I schedule a stream. Image Seeker, welcome, dude. Great to see you, man. Sorry, just now getting to you. It was a little hectic there on the back end. We're getting ready to land. About the disturbance in the forest, but it was because of the Sobo. Yep, it's always the Sobo's fault. Just blame it on the Sobo. So, alright, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully I'll see all of y'all here shortly on the next stream. Give me about 30 minutes and we'll be live once again. Till then, catch y'all on the next one.